All right, let's dive into this play that turned into the interception at the end of this Chicago game and kind of try to figure out what maybe should have happened, what could have happened, what the Rams did, and how it kind of messed them up. Okay, so here's what I believe we've got going on down here is we're trying to run a corner and an out down here. And then on the top, we're running some sort of vertical. I'm not sure if it's just a straight vertical or what he's doing, but some sort of vertical. And then we're running this over post to the backside. So what I believe the Bears are trying to do here is they're trying to grab this safety over here. Okay, so we're trying to grab that safety. If I can get him to cover the corner route, if I can get that backside guy to jump down on the corner route, then I'm looking to get this route right here. But because we're running a corner route down here, I feel like DJ Moore's route has to be a high route. Okay, so I've got a route that I like to run with something like this where I'm trying to grab the backside safety, and I call it a pepper route. Okay, so the pepper route is a pylon post, meaning this guy right here, DJ Moore, is running to the back pylon on the other side of the field. Okay, so he's running high to the back pylon because the goal is to get it over the top of the safety. Get the safety to jump the corner route, throw the post up over the top of him. I'm not saying that's what this route was, but I have a feeling it was something like that, where we were trying to get somebody to jump the corner, and then we're throwing this post up over the top. Okay, so let's watch down here on the bottom, and they play some sort of man. So this safety here comes down, and he ends up covering the tight end. Okay, my corner route gets jammed. Okay, but with all of that happening, we all see the space that's over here. Okay, so we see the space and why Caleb threw it where he threw it. Everything drops down. We've got this over route coming here, and I'm going to throw it. Okay, but now we're watching DJ Moore run this route. Okay, so I need to know what DJ Moore is taught on this particular play, because what happens here is this middle safety is the one that pushes over here to this side. And so he kind of becomes the safety back to that side, right? Because he's pushing to the backside. You can see the leverage. DJ Moore's here outside the hash on the top. This safety is about 2 yards from the backside hash. So he's got him beat, when we're talking about width to the backside, okay? And so as DJ runs this, he's looking at that safety, and I'm not sure what he's thinking right here, okay? So we all see and understand, okay, if we've given you the ability to flatten this off of somebody, because again, remember, the backside safety's gone. So are we telling him now to read this middle safety and then run your angle, high angle, but then flatten it off of that middle safety if he's over there, when we're actually trying to beat whatever safety's over here? So what is he supposed to read and see to make sure? Like I said, if I call a pepper post, he's going to that back pylon. I'm running a corner route, okay? This corner route gets jammed. So this corner route's at about 8 yards instead of about 15 yards. So if he flattens here and the corner route is actually doing what he's supposed to do and is at 15 yards, now what? Now what's going on, and do we have it? Because DJ's not able to see, or probably isn't able to see and understand exactly what's going on the backside. He's trying to run his angle and get open. Okay, so again, ball is right here on the 48. Okay, so normally corner routes, okay, we're going to at least push up to 12. Okay, so that's going to put me right about there. And then we take a 45-degree angle. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm thinking, is he's going to be right about there on what becomes the 35-yard line. Okay, so I'm just going to run it with that picture there. Okay, so he's on the 35-yard line. Okay, and so if he's there and DJ flattens this thing where Caleb throws it and where we all think he's going to go, is there a possibility of somebody on the backside being in position to get it. Okay? So again, if he's taking his angle here to this direction, okay, and then DJ flattens and we're this close together on this particular play. Now, I know it didn't play out like that, and I understand the picture changed for all of us on the right-hand side. The question becomes, what have we told DJ to do on this particular play? Have we told him to run to the back pylon? Have we told him to beat the middle safety however he has to beat the middle safety? Have we told him he's got to go to a certain area on the opposite side because this corner route is going to be running so deep, 18, 20 yards deep, so you've got to at least be 35 to 40 yards deep so we can get over the top of the safety? I don't really know. And so everybody wants to know what should have happened here. And, you know, they might say, well, DJ was kind of slow playing this. But if you tell this guy he's running a high post and this guy's there, this does become kind of for the love of the game type route where, okay, I'm supposed to go to the back pylon. I got to run to the back pylon. There's a dude standing right in between me and the back pylon. I know I'm not getting the football here. And so we just got to live with it. I don't know if they give him all these options to go, okay, you're going to the back pylon, and then once you get to 25 yards, if somebody's over the top of you, now you can flatten because that gives us enough separation from the corner, and now we can throw it on a flat route, okay? Because I definitely don't think this is any sort of what we would call an over route, because you don't normally run an over with a corner because they're going to get in the same area and allow two guys to cover one. And so that's what leaves me a bit confused. And you know, you would have to ask, what are the options? What have you talked about? What do we know for sure? Okay, so again, I'm going to come back here and let's just say this guy doesn't come and jump man. Okay, so this guy right here, whoever it is, cover three corner, if that's what it is, a safety playing a half of the field. But let's just say he drops back here because we're running a corner route, okay, and that corner route's going to get that kind of depth. And he drops back to about the 35-yard line here. Okay, so again, let's X him out, okay, when we get there. And let's just say he's right here. Where do we say? 30-yard line, 35-yard line? I said the 35. Okay, so again, we're going to go here, boom. Yeah, okay, about the 35-ish, okay? So let's say, okay, the corner route's coming out at the 35-ish yard line, so the safety is right in here. If the safety's right in there, do we want DJ Moore flattening this right here? Because as we throw this, we're going to be throwing it right into where that safety is and in a position for him to fall back, and Caleb probably can't even throw that right there. And again, I know it's easy to say, that's not what happened, Kurt. I know that's not what happened. But does this guy know that? Does he realize what's happened on the backside to know that there's no longer a deep player over here? And so now you can do whatever you have to do against this guy to win. Does he know that? Is it taught that way, right? Is that the flexibility that he has is, hey, when you're running this, look over to the backside and see if there's anybody over there. And if there's not, then you can flatten it into that space. I find that hard to believe that that would be something that you would teach. But again, I don't know what the flexibility is. I don't know if DJ's taught to forget about the backside. You just have to win off of the closest safety to whoever. When you're running this, if there's a safety over your head, you can cross his face and you can flatten this off if you want because that's the only chance we have to throw this. I don't know if that's what he's told. But those are the questions that I would have in this particular situation because we all see right here what Caleb is seeing. He sees what happens on the backside. He knows he's got all this space right here. So I can throw this guy open into that space because I know it's there. Does DJ know it's there? That's the big question. And so we can blame DJ for not crossing his face or slowing down his route or whatever, but if he's supposed to run this way, and that's how it's taught, and there's a guy there, I get it. I understand. He doesn't think he's going to get the football. He shouldn't get the football. And we move on to the next play if that's the way that they've got it taught. And it's too bad because whatever happened here, Caleb was thinking one thing, DJ was thinking something else, and this is a play that didn't have to be thrown, and it was 2nd down and 8. Could have got a completion underneath, could have thrown it away and still had a chance, whereas ultimately this cost them the game as they gave the ball back to the Rams. And it's just unfortunate it was on a miscommunication. But I would love to know the details behind that and what they had taught, what they had talked about, and what really should have been done in that situation.